So I don't have first-hand experience of anyone faking a sex crime, but I do have first-hand experience of somebody I went to school with faking a pregnancy with the band JLS. This guy I went to school with, his name was Jethro Thompson. He and a friend of his called Martha Whiting, they bought a burner phone together, as I understand it, and or two burner phones together, and was sending text messages between them. Ostensibly one was from the band member, or a band member in JLS, and then he sent these supposedly legitimate text messages to to an editor of the Sun newspaper, Rodri Griffiths, as I understand it, and these two had an exchange because the Sun gives away £5 for tip-offs when it comes to news. So yeah, I mean, there are, like, unfortunately, hordes of unscrupulous types out there who will go through these lengths of concocting, you know, false fake text messages and all this sort of stuff to try and convince an editor of the Sun newspaper that a band member from JLS is trying to conceal a pregnancy. That's just for a measly £5. Be considering the kind of the payouts involved in sexual assault and cases like that in, say, the United States, and say with very big targets like Elon Musk, then well, then you're in a whole different world of money. And basically, like, the likes of Elon Musk, when presented with this possibility of going to court to defend himself against a sex crime, or just paying off the plaintiff, it makes far more sense for him just to pay somebody off, because he will lose time, time with his company, with SpaceX and so on. That'll lose money that way. It'll gain exposure, which, and you know, when it comes to this sort of thing, like, people presume guilt. That's the basic problem with it. You presume guilt before any verdict has happened, or any verdict has been passed down. So, like, in any case, if it goes to court that way, his companies will lose money. And in addition to that, you'll then have to pay a team of highly priced lawyers to defend him, which is going to cost an extraordinary amount of money in comparison to the $250,000 that he paid her off with. It's pretty much a no-brainer just to pay her off and have done with it, isn't it? So, and then, of course, down the line, the media pick up on that fact, the fact that she was paid off, as, you know, something that indicates Elon Musk's guilt or whatever. But the straight fact of the matter is that the underlying banality in these sorts of situations is that there are unscrupulous people out there who are willing to concoct falsities and fantasies for a measly £5. So you need to think of what they're going to be likely or liable to do for 250 grand or £1 million grand or £1 million quid or whatever. All sorts of things. That's what people will do, is the answer to that. Fraud is an enormous and very diverse sphere of crime. I once heard it said that if fraud were a country, it would be the richest country on earth. So in terms of fraud, extortion, blackmail, libel, all these sorts of things, it goes on absolutely all the time. It's a revolving door, a revolving wheel that just doesn't slow down and keeps spinning. That is crime. That is corruption.